What's up, everybody? We're just 2 weeks into the terminal list Dark Wolf, but we've only got 3 episodes left already. It's time to dive into episode 4. Right off the rip, I love that this episode was very much built around Haverford. Not that he's the star of the show, that's still Kish, and he doesn't have the most screen time, but he's the one moving the chess pieces, and he might just be a chess piece himself as we find out what gave him the ambition to do what he does. Losing part or all of his team, I think it very well could have been all. I think they said it was 8 members of his team died on this mission that he's been working on for 30 years, and once that happened, he just doubled down on it. It's quite compelling, and I'm just glad that I can trust him. Hastings, on the other hand, isn't so sure, and I'm anxious for the rest of his story. Is he just being cautious here? Does he want out? I don't know. I truly hope it's the prior and he just wants to be sure he's doing the right thing. That's the vibe that I get. But with how the episode closes, like the end of the episode, everybody separate and betrayed, I could very well see him, calling in an exfil for himself and Ben, whether Ben wants to leave or not. And spoiler, he's not going to wanna, he's going to want revenge. I'm jumping ahead of myself though, because there's that great interaction between Haverford and Hastings about honesty and Rafe looking into Haverford. That felt like, okay, maybe he's going to stay here now. He had a good laugh with them, but again, the way this episode ends just complicates everything, and I think it's going to go back to the joint op being a secret from Rafe and from Ben in the beginning of this new dark ops journey that they're on. I think that's kind of going to push Hastings away, but either way, I'm a huge fan of what Robert Wisdom's been doing in this show as Haverford. He's great as a boss man, and I just did not give him enough credit in that 3 episode premiere. Regardless, there's a shot in this episode unlike any other that I can remember, and I don't know if I hate it or if I hate it. It's when Ben and Eliza are riding to their mission here, and it's such a strange shot. I think it's more so a strange camera lens too, but I genuinely don't think I've ever seen anything like it before. It basically short-circuited my brain at 2:30 in the morning watching the tail end of this episode. Back to Rafe though, I'm thinking there's something major we don't know about his family so far. I think it's going to be, revealed that his dad or maybe even his mom, that's one we haven't heard anything about his mom. We've heard, his dad's a legend, he's got friends at Langley still or whatever, but we haven't really heard about his mom, so there could be something interesting there, but I think somebody in his family got screwed by Mossad or maybe just had a bad joint op with the agency. He's got a serious problem with Elisa. He was right, to be fair, at the end of the day. Like, she's terrible, and he was just furious to find out that it was a joint op in the first place. Something's gotta be connected. But I hate to see the boys beefing like this, especially over Miss Masad. To be fair, it's another incredible scene between Kish and Hopper, so I can't be that mad about the beef, but still, I want it gone. They're gonna need each other in the end of this show. You just know it, and so hopefully Ben thinking with the wrong head and going for that poontang doesn't cost Rafe his life. Then, just as you think that we got a relatively calm episode this week, they send us off with an absolute bang. Not only do we get another insane action sequence here, but Mo goes down. That motherfucker better be okay. And I was all wrong about Eliza, like I've said. That's a diabolical betrayal, and I'm sure as shit not doubting Hastings the rest of the way. But overall, this was another solid episode for Dark Wolf. A love interest turning villain is always good. Well, maybe not always good. I'm sure there's some terrible examples, but it's a good archetype, and it definitely wasn't on my bingo card here, even if it should have been, all things considered. It was simply a great move and an explosive cap on an episode that has me rethinking every single theory that I've had about this show. And so that's going to do it for my review of Dark Wolf episode 4. I want to know what you guys thought about this week's episode though, so let me know down in the comments below and make sure you have a great day.